Welcome to GW. Welcome to class. This is class Terrorism and Political Violence, PSSL 6240. And welcome to class. Welcome for some of you, or most of you, I say, welcome to GW. I hope this class, as well as the rest of the program, provides you with value added to both your intellectual horizons as well as your professional pursuits. So a quick introduction about myself. I'm Rowan Sharma. Just call me Rowan. Don't call me Professor Sharma or Mr. Sharma. Very informal here. But Rowan Sharma, I currently work in a place called the Defense Threat Reduction Agency. I work in the DC area. It's called DTRA for short. They do a lot of counter WMD, counter proliferation work. I work on the red team, which means I provide red enemy assessments on the WMD use or WMD confiscation by a potential terrorist entity. And that's what I specialize at DTRA. For that, I worked at the Homeland Security, specifically the Transportation Security Administration. And before that, I was a contract analyst with Joint ID Defeat Organization. So I've had extensive experience here in the Beltway. And if anyone either works here or wants advice on federal jobs or contract work, please let me know, and I can definitely fill you in on that. I also was an Army officer for 7 years, did the whole Afghanistan, Iraq thing, so probably plenty from what I saw in your bios, there's plenty of people who've done that, so I can definitely sympathize with those who may even be deployed overseas now. So this is a course on political violence and terrorism. It is not a class on how to rescue hostages from an airplane. It is not a class on link analysis to conduct targeting of terrorist cells. That's not what this class is. This class is a class on history and politics and policy studies, psychology, even a little bit of philosophy is thrown in there. So I want to make sure that's straight from the beginning, or that you get that straight from the beginning, that this isn't a practical class. This is definitely an intellectual look at the issues of terrorism, and that's probably what you'll see for your remainder of your courses if you're new to GW. So just a quick look at the syllabus. There's kind of there's a lot of work in this class. I'm not going to lie to you. It is a graduate course, and it's also a class that's 2 months that's supposed to really be 4 or 5 months. So everything's really compressed. There's a lot of work, a lot of readings, a lot of tests. So there's kind of 3 lines for all your hand-ins, all the products that you have to hand in. First is an exam, and there's going to be an exam after every week. The answers to the exam come directly from the lecture notes, the GW lecture notes that are in your each week module. So you don't need to go memorize things for the exam. If you have those notes in front of you and it's an open note test, you should be fine. But what I'm also looking to is you have those notes and you can apply those notes, or you can apply some of the readings to the exam question. So exam question will be pretty straightforward question, answer the question, and then apply what you've learned for the question in order to get full credit. So to make that kind of clear, don't just parrot the notes back, parrot the notes, and then apply what you've learned. You'll have 4 outside papers based on 1 terrorist organization that you're going to be researching, so choose your terrorist organization wisely. You're going to do four papers on it, and you can imagine the first paper is going to be an overview of the organization. Second paper is going to be some of their vulnerabilities, or some of how the organization operates. Third paper is going to be from the counterterrorism perspective. And the fourth paper, what I want for the final paper, and this is to show off how much you've known, is a strategy memo for how to defeat that organization. As if you're the national security advisor to the president or senior advisor at CENTCOM, or whatever organization, terrorist organization you choose, you want a strategy on how to defeat that. And that will be the final, your fourth paper. So you have the papers, Then you have participation. I expect everyone to participate. I expect everyone to interact at least once with their fellow classmates. So that's where you're going to get your grade from. Just the rule of thumb for grading: if you treat this class like your job, you'll do fine. You wouldn't hand in an error-filled paper to your boss. You wouldn't half-ass a presentation to your boss. If you treat it like that, you'll do fine. The first part of the course is going to be kind of history, politics, a little bit of psychology on the phenomenon of terrorism. The second part of the course will be on counterterrorism, how governments cooperate, organize, strategize to actually defeat terrorist organizations. So I just want to cover that in YouTube. I'm going to actually add 2 more lectures to start off for week 1 on YouTube. So look at those so you can participate in the grade and take it from there. I'll see you on the next lecture.